One of the residents leaders in charge of retrieving suspected illegal miners at Shaft 11 at Stilfontein in the Northwest Province, Thembile Botman, has raised concerns about authorities not providing illegal miners underground with food. The community has stopped the process of retrieving those underground. This to allow a task team that was appointed by Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and led by Community Safety and Transport Management Vessels Mooring to take over the operation of rescuing the unknown number of the remaining suspected illegal miners underground. Yesterday, the mine rescue team assessed the shaft. For more on this, we are being joined live by SABC News reporter Itumeleng Kgajane. Itumeleng, thank you so much for your time. What does the situation look like now? What has the rescue team, have you been in touch with them? What can you share with us?
I'll tell you that on the side of the authorities, indeed, it's a bit difficult to get a comment, or rather to get an update as to what is happening. We only know that on Monday there was an update that they... However, we've also seen different organizations coming through here raising their concerns about the fact that those who are still underground are not receiving food. They are not being helped in terms of being retrieved to the surface well in time. However, I've invited Pastor Jan Pretorius from Thembile Foundation. It's a humanitarian organization to talk to us about this. You indicated earlier, said that you are not happy with the fact that there's no food and water going to those who are still underground. What exactly do you like to see happening?
Yeah, thanks, Itumeleng. When we had the meeting on Friday, we voluntarily, from Thembile Foundation, attended the task team meeting. And when they met on Friday, they were given 2 days, the rescue team, to come up with a plan. And of course, the funding for the plan is probably the most important part. And on Sunday night and Monday morning, this plan was submitted with the funding. And I know the costing, we do not know the costing and how much it is, and we also do not know if they have received indication that they will receive all the funding to do it. Seeing the grader here this morning is an indication that the operational plan has been put into place. And that is good news. We do know, and this is the problem that we have with this operational plan, is due to the nature of the plan. There is a big time lapse that will happen from the first person being rescued or surfaced to the last person. It might take 10 to 15 days and even longer. And that does pose a threat to the human life that is down there. So from our side of Thembile Foundation, what makes this operation difficult is not that there is not food, it's not that there is not water, it's not that there is not ARVs, it is that the unknown of how many people are there and how many people are weak, it is the government's sense, and this is what the police are saying, who is the head of this operation. Nobody can surpass and the South African Police Service. It is their operation. So it is from their side that they are saying that they do still believe that they are not trapped and they do have food. And
yeah, no, I think you've made your point there, Pastor. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And we are also joined now by Bongani Jonas, who is from an organization called Makua, a mining affected communities united in action. So you are here today. You've been here for the past few days. And what's your view and what's your observation of what's happening here?
My observation here in this situation, it's an arrogant government where they've gone to an extent of prioritizing a service provider and violating human rights. On the basis of, if you can look at the rescue plan and how it's set to be outrolled, My concern about it's the time that it's been allocated, because of it has phases that it needs to be implemented with. As we are looking at now, we are looking at the first phase that might take more than 2 days because of the need to clear the surface area, and then we're also going to have a long process where they need to set up the crane. When the crane only is going to be set it up on the basis of so that they can allow the camera to go down and assess the situation underground. But that timelessly, it's going to be not on our side as social movements and the country at large. And what we have done currently now as an organization, we have gone into coalition with law clinics. We have gone into coalition with other relevant and like-minded organizations so that we can see how best maybe we can advance this matter, maybe take this matter into the court of laws.
You know what, Bongani, somebody says to me, Itumeleng, what are those people who are saying the process of rescuing people or retrieving them from underground should be expedited, saying about illegal mining? Is it a correct thing? Should government work hard on trying to, eradicate that from our society? What should be done?
Actually with this case here, it's a very funny case because of the community here. There's an organization called the Greater Stilfontein Socio-Economic Foundation who have even gone under a process of Section 104 where it talks of community mining rights. And I do not know whether who is fooling who, whilst the community has taken that initiative just to indicate to government that there is economy that we can do in that space. So government is neglecting this sector, and for the more they neglect this sector, the sector becomes vulnerable. This sector needs to be treated as an alternative because of mining companies. The ones we claim that they are legal, in as much as we claim that they are illegal because of after their operations, they abandon the operations and then leave the communities in distress.
Bongani Jonas is from Makua. So what I'm getting from most of the speakers here is that from most of the organizations that come here is that the process must be expedited. Those people must be removed, and they really questioning the time frames in terms of the operation that is being led by the MEC of Community Safety Vessels Morweng in the province and the panel that's there. So from us here in Stilfontein is back to you in studio.
Thanks, Itumeleng, for that update.